Hey guys, it's Laurel and Pierre with Blue Ox on the Run and Blue Ox RV Inspection. So guess what today is? RV Inspection Day. We are here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, about to inspect this beautiful Jayco Precept 31 UL. Now make sure you stick around because we're going to update you throughout the day. We're going to update you at noon and at the end of the day on what we find on this brand new unit.
So here we are, lunchtime, already started to get dirty. So we all wish that the camper we're gonna pick up is the perfect one, without items, nothing missing, everything is perfect. Just like the owner of this one. Hopefully it's gonna be the right one. So the minute we walk into the dealership this morning, we find this. Two things I see that will not be seen on the PDI. Come here, Lowell. So I'm gonna show you this as we're talking. See, this is on glue, so that's nothing. It's just little things that they need to fix, but that's a thing we got to address. Life safety issue. So now you're going to leave, and this is, for us, it's called life safety, because if your wiper are working and you have a dirty window and you can't wash it, well, you wouldn't see where you're going. So two things right off the bat when we come into the morning. Other than that, everything looks nice, clean, solid. It's just little Piccadilly, little things here and there so far. I've been to the roof, I've done this. I already see on some slide out, the joints on the top already have there will be water issue I'll have to address when I'm walking around this afternoon. I looked on the underneath, everything was nice. I already found a problem in one of the wheels. I'll show you on the other side. My brain's trying to go because it's still working, but other than that, Laurel also loved the way that the slides were working. Everything was slick, nice. I just have a little issue with a little pinhole up there in that plastic corner right above that light, so that will have to be addressed for sealant. So if they walk you through your PDI, they're not going to go up there. You guys are excited, you're going to go inside and make sure all the button works, just like Laurel does. So I do the grunt work, I do the dirty work. So on this side, what happened is I end up with this wheel. We plug water, we plug electric, and on top of it, since this morning, we've been running on the generator because the electric they supply is only a 15 amp breaker. Yes, we are in a dealership. It's only 15 amp. So in order to make sure that everything would work on 110 on a 50 amp, we run the generator to have the two ACs running. So we test the system, the battery, and everything. So yeah, I found this. I don't even know which camper this comes from. This table. So this hasn't been de-winterized, so we got to deal with that. So here, just a basic little thing that if you pick up your unit, I don't know, what are you going to do? This, I can't get air out of this, so I can't test how much air is in there. So most likely, probably, this extension valve is not plugged into the inside tire. A detail you're going to say, if you go in a PDI, they're not going to go through your tire. You're not going to check if your tires are working. Just saying. That's another detail. Here, well, I have this. I just barely put it back up. This is your water heater for what they call the tank heater. So I just did this to give myself a couple of pictures to report. So I haven't done the walls yet. I'm still working on here we had the generator. Everything was fine with this. So far I haven't done the walls, so let's go see what Laurel tracted or found or created inside. Let's go see that.
So it's lunchtime and Pierre claims that he's the only one getting dirty, but I've been on the floor. That was the last thing I did before we take lunch. So right here, as you enter, this is all gouged in his flooring. So can you see this? Okay, so that's all gouged right there. And the other thing that I found right away when we came in this morning was that this light switch right here does not work. So as you can see, it should shut this off. The only reason why that light is on is because we have a main light switch, but this light switch does not work. And also the refrigerator. Refrigerator does not work on the generator and plugged in, but here's the light switch for this side. As you can see, that does work. So We've got a little bit of an issue there. Also back here, this cupboard, can you see over here, Pierre? See how loose this is? Not only that, but we'll be right here. This not black, but backsplash is not sealed. So this is very loose right here. I don't want to pull it apart. It's also loose here as well, needs sealant, and over here on this corner as well. Some of the other little things, it's just, you know, some minor dirt marks that I have found so far, but it's only lunchtime and hopefully I don't find anything else big, but that's what I have so far to report. And I did say
was able to hitch it up so I didn't have any propane leak, which was my fear for about 4 tests. So that's why I test over and over, just to make sure it's not my equipment. I test my around this window. It's kind of obvious that probably what happened when they manufactured, they ran out of windows, so they probably just put a big plastic with tape on there, and you can see the kind of shrink wrap that left that residue, so they're gonna have to wash that. No big deal, but if you came and we're gonna pick it up, you're not leaving today.
I don't think Mama would have been happy.
And even Jim wouldn't have been happy, because when you go in this seat and you want to drive, well, the first thing you do, since it's kind of warm still, 80 degrees, you're going to try to turn the fan, turn the AC. Nothing works in there. Ooh. So Jim, you wouldn't have picked up your unit on that day. So that's the advantage of having an inspection, people. So, and even here, she was nice. The service woman who's in charge, she's happy, excited that, yeah, this wasn't PDI, it wasn't clean, perfect. So my guy will know what to do. So he'll actually fix the things to fix instead of not knowing what to fix. And look around here. Look at all the RVs here. He had 70,000 feet of carpet that he was bringing back from the show in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Do you imagine the work he has to do? All of those techs are wiped out, and I know you hope they take care of you like everybody else, but you've got to understand it's not their fault. That's the situation, that's how it is, and they're overwhelmed with work. So give them a chance, hire us, so that way they'll have a list, and it will be like you want to. So let's see what Laurel saw inside then. So this is what I'm talking about. See, this radio is still working, which it shouldn't have to work. The ignition switch is not on. Nothing is on, so there is a major problem here. So they will have to fix this. So what about you, Laurel? What's going on in here?
So the first thing that I found after lunch was this is the televator. And guys, this is a heavy piece of, it's this solid surface material. And when I lifted the televator,
just lift it up. We'll
just
see.
so you'll know.
I just laid it in there so it doesn't. But see that
this is not attached, guys.
Yep,
Look at
that's
this.
fine.
See?
Yep.
This is not attached at all, so don't want to break it. Not only that, but a screen was broken, so this does not fit in there properly. So they're just gonna have to fix that. Things that can easily be fixed, but something you definitely don't want to come and find out that, oh boy, we're off on our weekend trip and this isn't working. The other thing, this recliner, great. They are really comfortable, but this particular USB right here does not work. It's broken, actually. It's very loose in there. Just right behind, I wanted to look at my notes. These day and night shades do not retract fully all the way.
You lose almost a third of your
So
window.
that's not good. They've got to fix that. The armrest on the passenger seat, right? So over here, where the passenger sits, this whole area is lifted. It is loose. It doesn't fit in there nicely. And I already told you this morning about the scuff.
Yep.
It's, you know, a ripped piece of the vinyl. And the dinette window screen, I talked about that. And we never did get the refrigerator to work or the freezer. So definitely there's an issue with that. All the TVs worked. We had a lot of material on the ceilings that are sticky throughout the entire coach.
But see, like this, if I touch it, that is sticky.
Yeah. And it's
So,
not
I
just
don't
in the
know why.
living area, it's also in the bedroom as well.
And I want to state, it's not the dealer, so you can't be pissed at them. This is all over the place, so it's
came
like
directly from the manufacturing facility, and the dealers, they've welcomed us. They're really good. We're working well together, which is fantastic, and that's the way we want it to be. So all in all, that's what I found on the inside. So remember, and do never forget, it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey.